Hello, hello. We're back. We're here to do the grind today. Oh dear. Okay, so we have 3 days. I need to get this project done today. That's all I can say. We need to get this working. And that's all I know. So let's make that happen, shall we? So the issue that we were having is simply the fact that I can't seem to add the comments to the object for whatever reason. But we're gonna make this work. So it's on the... Is it on the get? Yeah, it's on the get route. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna struggle. I'm gonna put it directly into... I'm gonna put it into our database schema, right? So we're gonna have comment count, which is gonna be a number. Well, let's do this. So I have it as a type number, default 0. Okay. Just have it as an empty array. There you go. Because then I'll have comment count from it, right? So ID, book ID. Title. And then comment count, number of comments. So we call it comment count. And then basically we count for each comment. We just increment comment count. Wonder if I should do that pre-save. Apparently we want to look at aggregate. Mongoose's aggregate. I wonder if that will work the same count. The name of the count field. Wonder if we can do schema. Can I do book dot pre validate? think we need to pass in next here. This dot comment count equal to this dot comments dot length, because then we're saying the comment count is based on the length of that array, and then we should be able to call next. I just don't know if I can wait. Why is it prepend listener? It's pre. So book pre-validate, set comment count to this dot comments dot length, and then call next. I don't know if it needs to be book or book schema, but I guess we'll find out. Because then that way it should update the comment count. I might be wrong though. Okay, let's try that. And we're also going to create a new book today and make sure that gets... Oh, we got an error. Unexpected token. Of course. I think it's this. There we go. So that should be it. Yeah. Book.pre is not a function. Okay. So if it's not book.pre, then it should be book schema dot pre. The schema itself. There we go, so I was on the schema. Can we have the Necronomicon? Would that work? Comment count is 0. Good job. And then we want to add comments to the Necronomicon, don't we? The ultimate book to have ever existed. I'm wasting my time on these comments. Okay, there. So I added it now. It didn't seem to do it on the pre. Let me refresh this and see. Yeah, it didn't seem to update it. There's the books. Okay, let's have this be part of it. So when I access books, I wonder what pre-init would be. Huh, it could be init. Pre-init. That might be what we need instead of validate. That actually might just work. There's the book ID, cool. But we didn't get into the pre... We didn't get into pre in it, which sucks. I think it's part of middleware actually. Yeah, pre. Okay, so pre-save. There's aggregation. Strange. It should have been a pre-init, no? I'm pretty sure it would have been. So book schema, because that's the schema that we created. Pre-init, so pre-initialization. We could do it on a pre-save, but that won't help. Or would it? You know, that might actually work. That actually might work if we can get it to work on pre-save. But I first need to see if we can get it triggered at all. So that means we have to post a new book. Save me! Let's see what happens. Okay, it doesn't seem to get triggered. Mongoose pre-save not triggering. Let's just maybe see if there's a prerequisite we need or something. Could it be because we used an arrow function instead? Because I know that's been a... In fact, I think it is actually. I think it is. We had that exact same issue one time. We had that issue one time that I couldn't use that. So function so that could be the reason why this wasn't working at all. Delete me. Where is this pre-save? It's still not triggering it, which is very strange. So book schema. Yeah, book schema dot pre save is a function because this wasn't bound before, but we're still not getting into it, which is because when you post you are saving. You're saying book equal to new book, and what is book based off of? Book is based off of that, the book schema. Is it because it's happening before? Is that why? Let's find out. The one time I need to get pre-saved to get triggered, and we can't get it. Fun times. It is book schema, yeah. I guess we could try pre-validate. If I can just get it to trigger, that would be great. Hey, there we go. It did it. Okay. Okay, it did it there that time. So there it said got into save. Hold on, we're getting somewhere. But then it doesn't trigger anywhere there. That's so strange. So on validate it's fine. But on posting the comment there's nothing. It should have worked. Pre-validate, but it's not working. Let's look at aggregate again. Because this is apparently what we keep getting recommended to use. I wonder what the match is. So if I don't put anything in match, okay, let's just try something quick. Book.aggregate. So the first part needs to be an array. Wonder if we can do match anything. And then project. Can I do comments? size. I think it's comment count that we named it. So match anything, project, comments, size, comment count. And then let's log test. And let's see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? Wait, why is that the entire thing? Model, that's the book, right? That's not quite what we wanted. I think that needs to match the same though. My bad. I wonder if I need to match something though, if it will match everything. So maybe in the match we should do title, Necronomicon maybe? Let's try that. Maybe it needs an actual match for it to be happy. But how do I get the value of the aggregate? Ah! This will be fun. Otherwise the option that we have is do a find. This is way too complex than it needs to be right now. You know what we can do? Wait. I got an idea. I got an idea. I just realized something. We used atomic operations last night, didn't we? Didn't we use atomic operations for when we added the book? Yeah, we are. So we're setting the updated, right? So then why don't we also add an increment? So an inc for comment count, right? So comment count to 1. Because then what will that will essentially do is increment the comment count. Why did I think of that? Because we're already pushing the comment to the array, right? And we're already setting the updated date. So why don't we just freaking increment comment count, which is on that object when you find it by the ID when you add the comment? Oh my god, why did I think of that? This whole time I'm trying to do it like the JavaScript method. And it's like the front end part of my brain just wants to be like, okay, get the data, then push it. But then I just realized when we're performing that operation, why don't we do it then and there? So instead of trying to do it afterwards, my mind is like, let's get the data, evaluate the data, then update the data. That doesn't make sense. Rather just do it as you're adding it. So if I do this correctly now, the ultimate book, right? So comment count is 0, which is great. And now if we go and we add a test comment, submit, there you go, comment count is now 1. And we don't have to worry, it's not linked to the array though. That's my only worry. What if you delete? Wait, but if we delete a comment, we could just decrement, I guess. I was here. Okay. But that should work. And then let's add another comment. A second comment. And there you go. Comment count is now at 2. Perfect. But was one of the requirements to delete comments or have the ability to delete comments? Because it's got 2 comments. Okay, there's no option to delete the comments, only delete the book. So then it's not an issue, we just always increment it. You can never delete comments. Okay, cool. Okay, so when you go API books, no. API books, we should get all the books with the comment count, right? And there's comment count 2. Perfect. ID, title, created on, updated on. I don't know if they're going to penalize for created on, updated on. I kind of just wanted to have that there for myself. But so far that's good. And then what if you go API books and then the ID? You get the comments, you get the comment count. Cool, you pretty much get everything. I want to remove the ID and the V from the get. I don't know if that will penalize us as well. So on the get, wait, that is under get. Oh, okay. For API, the specific book, this one, yeah. Book.find by ID, ID, the projections. Hold on, the projections. I think it supports projections. I hope it does. And we should change ID to 0 and V to 0. Let's update that API. And then when we reload this, ID should disappear and the V should disappear. There we go. That worked. Beautiful. Comments, comment count, title, create. Perfect. Okay. That's what we want. Great. Can we now check the requirements? The requirements now are I can post, I can get API book site to receive a single object of a book containing title, ID, and an array of comments. Wait. You want title, ID, and an array of comments. So you want title, ID, and an array of comments. I can post a comment to API Books ID to add a comment to a book, and returned will be the book's object, similar to get API Books ID. I can delete API Books ID to delete a book from the collection. If I try to request a book that doesn't exist, I'll get a no book exists message. We kind of have that already, don't we? I just says cannot find book. They want us to say no book exists message. So where I said cannot find book, I would just say that no book exists. I can send a delete request to API Books to delete all books in the database. Return will be a complete delete successful if successful. Okay, so the first thing we need to do for the delete API Books ID to delete a book from the collection. So it's this one. So we can just do a book dot find by ID and delete. Can we do, how did we do it for ID? ID from request.params. Find by ID and delete ID. And then error if error return res.send could not delete the book. Otherwise, if return res.send, they said delete successful. Yeah. This should maybe make sense to call it deleted, right? If deleted. And then return next, and let's pass in next. Okay, let's try this. And let's delete one of the book's IDs. Let's delete save me. Could not delete the book. Why save me? Save me, why don't you want to be deleted? The error deleted. Let's see what's going on. Delete me. You have to go delete book. Why do we get an error? Apparently the issue is cast to object ID failed for value undefined at path ID for model book. Sounds like it's not getting ID. Let me guess, because it's not ID, it's underscore ID, isn't it? Let's see what the request parameters are. I think it might be underscore ID, that's why. No, it's ID, and it's undefined. Could it be the HTML issue? When we try to delete? There's comment. Submit new book. I wonder if it's under client.js. Button.delete book. API books this.id, right? The others are using underscore ID. It says undefined. So let me do this to the HTML to figure out if there's something else going on here. Oops, it wasn't the HTML, it is the public client, my bad. The book ID is undefined. Weird. And that would make sense then why we're having that issue. So I don't know if it's just a bug in there, the way that they did that. Wonder what the this refers to. And is it ID? So that's book detail. That's detail title. There you go, they both have an ID of undefined. Interesting. Was I supposed to fill this in? Is that why? I was probably supposed to fill this in. And they didn't tell us. I just realized something. Wasn't success previously a function? Like this? And add comment was success function. I just want to see something. Because this might have been our linter automatically removing the things. Let's just try this quick. No, it's still undefined. That's annoying. And also I didn't add that book, test 123. Yeah, it didn't. Weird. So the front end doesn't work. But the back end works fine. Huh. And they're both undefined. Okay, so it's not that. I'll be right back. Okay, back. So let's first figure out why it's not getting the ID. Book details, on click. ID equal to I. Let's see what I is, because it's supposed to be an I, but I don't see what's going on in I. So let's reload and check. But that's just the index. Oh, yeah, those are the IDs. Okay. That's not the issue. It's further in. When you actually click on one, which afterwards has like an add comment or whatever. And those are undefined. Okay, so it's not that we're looking for. So when you click on the book item, this.id underscore ID, that's what the ID is. That's how it's getting that ID. There's a button, data._id, but I don't think it's data._id, is it? Okay, let's get that in there. Reload the page. There's the data. Oh, we messed up because this is the response directly from the server. The front end needs it. That's why. Okay. And we were omitting that. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's fine. At least we figured it out. So we don't want to omit the get of the ID. So where's that now? Let's see. It's not a put request, it's a get request here. Wait, is it? That's not the same one, that's this one. Get. We'll remove the V, we don't need the V. I don't think we need comments. So we can have comment 0 and the V0, there we go. And then that should explain why we weren't getting what we were looking for. So now if we click on, let's say delete me or whatever, there we go, we have an ID. Then if I delete the book, delete successful. So delete me should be gone. Yeah, delete me is gone. And then to the Necromonicon we add so we added a comment. So if we reload now and we look at the Necromonicon, it has one comment. We can't see the comments, so that's weird. Why can't we see them? I mean, there's the data right there. You know what I think? I think we're supposed to have comments show as well. I think we're supposed to have comments show. Let me just double check. Yeah, there you go. Because otherwise the comments wouldn't be showing anymore. There you go. It's an array and there's a comment count. Perfect. That's working beautifully. Okay, shall we test with the backend tester and see how far we get? Because I'm ready. Let's go. Personal library. I will not have anything cached in my client. Cool. I will see the site is powered by. Cool. I can post the title. Cool. I can get books. Cool. I can get. Cool. I can post a comment. Cool. I could delete. Cool. If I try to request a book that doesn't exist, I will get a no book exists message. What did I try to access? What was the request though? But I'm so confused. What were they trying to access? Because this says no book exists. Then I get a not found. Why the hell do I get a 404 on their URL? But then I add anything extra to it. And then I get a no book exists. How does that work? That's freaking crazy. And you can see the book ID. Huh. It's probably the next, and then it goes to the next middleware, which is the 404. So I think this should be our end. That's probably what's happening, in all honesty. Okay, let's try that again. There you go. So let's go back to our tester. Try that again. Cool. I can send a delete request to API books to delete all books in the database. I haven't done that one yet. All our books will be deleted. No! We need to delete after this book. There, delete. Currently we want to use delete many, so books dot delete many, and then don't specify anything. We can use the same as before, right? Error deleted to get the response. And then what did I do at the bottom? I think it was if error. Something like that. We don't have to return X actually. If error, return res.send could not delete all the books. If deleted, return complete delete successful. Like so. Oh dear, we're about to lose all our books. But I liked our books. Say goodbye to the books, guys. Oh no, so if I reload, all our books will be gone. Yep, there's our books. Gone. No! How do we feel about that? Damn it. All that effort. This is my special book. Submit new book. Where is it? You lied to me. Where's my book? Why would you lie to me? Why didn't that submit, actually? Let me check in the database. There's no book. So wait, what? Submit new book. What's the point of that front end if it doesn't work? No, really, that's freaking weird. I know I shouldn't be fixing things like this because it's not part of the requirement, but it's just weird that it doesn't do that. Let's see. Button. It's not button add comment. New book. Is it new book? Is this new book? Yeah, this is new book. Supposed to post to API books. New book form.serialize success data. I mean, that should have posted, right? That should have been under post. But we didn't even get a request body. We just got into the books. So on post, there should have been a request.body, but we didn't get that. Even though it's supposed to post to API books. It's not posting. We would have got request body. Yet we're not getting that. See? Nothing. But if we try this, that'll work. That's weird. Why is it like that? Does theirs work? Let's see if theirs works. Test. Wait, theirs doesn't work as well. Okay, so we just gotta blame it on theirs. Theirs doesn't work, so therefore ours doesn't have to work. Logic, right? Okay, I feel better now. Theirs doesn't work, for whatever reason. Delete all books, does that work? The delete all books wait, the delete all books works. Okay, I'm done questioning it. We pass all the tests. We just need to... Database will be empty after a successful delete process. It is. Great. How's it even doing that, I wonder? How's it checking if it's deleted? And then we need to pass the functional tests, and then we're done. The functional tests are inside of here, functional tests, because we shouldn't need any unit tests. Okay, so that's part of the functional tests. Create book object, expect book object. What? What? What are you expecting? I think you're expecting too much. Okay. Let's just do something like this. Get API books, right? Send. We need to send a payload. Title. We're going with Necromonicon. You know we're going with Necromonicon. Or should I have it? Yeah. The Necromonicon? It's just Necromonicon. Assert equal res.status is 200. We don't care if it's an array. We assert that there's a property res.body which has comment count I guess the book should contain comment count. Res.body book should contain title. ID book should contain ID. What's the order in which we get them? So comments book should contain comments. Okay, so comments, comment count. It's then ID and then title. ID and then title. What else? Created on, updated on? I mean, those are ours. We don't need to. And then we need to make sure it's an array. res.body.comments. Comments should be an array. And we should probably make sure that the title is what we think it is. Assert.equal res.body.title is equal to Necronomicon. What else have we added that we should probably check against? I think that's fine. And then we could call done. Almost stuck that in the wrong place right now. There we go. And let's just do this quickly. Now env file. And what I want to do is remove all the comments from our API. There we go. And we don't need to return next here. And then we don't need to aggregate. We don't need next there. There we go. Cool. Update our API and then run the tests and see if we're good. Okay, example test get. Okay, we're failing one. Test post API books with title failed. Why? Let me make sure we're passing these tests. Yesterday we did assert property res.body has the property. Comments. Does it have comments? Do we have comments when we create? We do. We have comments. We have comment count. Underscore ID underscore title. Wait, not underscore title, just title. Let's make sure that res.body has what we think it has. Stick this into the functional tests and let's go. I wonder if it's because it's in an array. See that? That's why they had res.body 0, didn't they? Let's try that out. There you go. Right? No. Well, let's see what res.body 0 would be. 'Cause I'm pretty sure that's what it should be. We should get the object back. It is. I wonder why it's unhappy then. Wait, what? Wait, what? Why does it say test? Title test. Why is title test? Comment count, where's the comments? Why is title test? If we said send, title Necronomicon, why is it test? That's weird. Yeah, that's very strange because I didn't specify that it's called test. I'm sending it a value. Oh wait, that's a get. What? Oh my god. It's supposed to be a post. Again, this is what I get for copy pasting code. Okay, now I think it should just be res.body without the 0. Because we shouldn't be getting an array. We should just be getting one value. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so just res.body. There we go. Hopefully that clears the first test up. Finally. Wait, that's test post. Yeah, no, that's fine, that's fine. I was looking at example. So test post is fine. Now test post with no title given should fail. Should probably fail, I guess. With no title given. It should say missing inputs, I think. Yeah. Let's copy this again. So we're gonna send an empty object. It should be res.status 200. Assert equal res.text missing inputs. And then we won't need to assert for anything else. We'll just call done. That should be all that happens. And then for test get API books, we copy this, except this time it will be a get. So instead of post, it's a get API books. We won't send anything with it. Because it's just a get. And what we should be getting is a status code of 200. And it should be an array. There was an option here. This. Oops. Assert.isArray, res.body. So the entire thing should be an array. I think we can use this. Same as above. Books in array should contain comment count. Books in array should contain title. Books in array should contain ID. And then just call done. Okay, let's see if we pass those. Yep. And then we need to get API book ID with the exact ID. We're gonna have to do like we did for the last one and set an ID for a book. Actually, let book ID. And then whatever the book ID is, when we created it, before done, we need to call book ID equal to res.body.id. So now we know what book ID is, so that when we get with a specific ID, and then we can do API books. Wait, get API books ID with ID not in the database. API books. I do not exist. What happens if we actually try to do that? No book exists. And that works for me. So then we should get a 200. Res.status 200 assert equal res.text. No book exists. And then what if it does exist? Then we need to do API books. The book ID. And it's get. Assert equal raise the status 200. It should have comment count. Comments. Comment count. It should have ID, title, and comment should be an array. And maybe we should also check the ID actually equals the book ID. No, we don't need to set book ID, we can just be done. Wait, do we? I think that should be it now. Wait, are we sending anything? We're not sending anything. Let's just get. Resident status 200. Property, make sure it's got comments, comment count. Let's see what it should look like. Comments, comment count, ID. So comments, comment count, ID, and then a title. Cool. And then if it's books, what do books look like? It's comment count, ID, title. Cool. Okay, let's see how far we get with these tests now. Test get with ID, that's great. Lastly, add comment, expect book object with ID. Okay, so now we need to be able to post a comment. So it's gonna have to be a post. I'm just gonna take this. So post to API books. The book ID. And then we need to send a comment we could add the incantation. Here we go. Let's add the incantation of the Cthulhu. There. Comment. So we're going to send the comment, and then we need to assert equal that the body has comments. It has a comment count. Assert.equal res.body.comment count should be equal to 1. We want to make sure there's at least one comment. res.body.comments 0 should equal the comment that we added. The book comment should match. There we go, I think that's all. So post to API books book ID, send that. Let's see what happens. Also, let's check if we have that the book first. Do we have the Necromonicon? Yeah, we do. We have it ton of Necromonicons, so... Which one is the right one now? Let me delete all of them and run the test, because I think this was before I was reusing. Okay, so now we should have none. We should have no books. Great. So if I try to see API books, that we should get... There's no comment. Weird. I'm pretty sure it should have been post API books book ID, send, comment. Wouldn't that have been... Oh. No, it should have been a post. Comment. Oh, because it's comment. Wait, no, it is comment. I thought it was comments. Why did I think it was comments? But I'm so confused. Is ours called comment or... Yeah, it is comments. Book should contain comments, yeah. Comment count. And then... comments 0 should be that. But also it didn't post that for some reason. There's the comment. Shall we see what the comment is? The comment. Comment. Let's add this to the API and figure out why it didn't post. It didn't try to even get to the root. That's the weird part, because we don't have it. API books. It's supposed to be API books, yeah? API books, book ID, which we have. Send the comment. And then end. Why didn't it add the comment? So strange. Let's try this again. What? We're getting no comments. Okay, I would have sworn we would have gotten some by now in the API, but we're not. So it's almost like it's not posting. I want to test something under the normal post. Because if that doesn't show, then there's something weird going on. Okay, so that's working fine. So the issue comes from the post in the ID. API books ID, we're not getting in here. So why would that be? API books ID. Are we posting to API books ID? We are posting to API books, book ID. Let's see if we get a response. So there is a response. Wait, now we get the comment? What? What? The moment I add that, now we get the comment? That's so random. That's really random. Wow, that's really random. Okay, let me just edit these functional tests. That's so strange. It just decided to start working by itself. Okay, let's try it one more time to make sure. There you go. 7 tests are passing. All of the tests are passing. Nice. Now the last thing that we need to do... How many Necromonicons do we have? RPA. It was just trying to prevent calling the Dark Lord Cthulhu, right? Look how many Necromonicons I have. That's why, right? I didn't want to summon the Dark Lord. I was like, nope, 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 nope. I'm not doing this. I'm not letting you pass your test. Also, the weird thing is why... Welcome, by the way. Why is it posting all these extra books? I thought we had... I thought we gave it an ID, didn't we? We gave it a book ID, yeah we did. Then when we posted... Oh, I guess I should do a cleanup afterwards. This is not part of the test. Let's make an extra test where we... So let's copy a suite. Where does the suite start and end? Here. So let's copy a suite where we basically delete that book afterwards. I don't know why they didn't have that. Did I like copy something extra now when I shouldn't have? Oh no, we're fine. Let's change post to delete API books ID. Delete a book with a given ID. Test delete API books ID. Function done, and then we want to do server dot delete API books book ID. We're not going to send anything with it. And then we just have to make sure that we got a response of 200. And then we need to make sure that we got a assert equal res dot text, because when we delete on that given route, we get a delete successful message. So res dot text delete successful. The book should be successfully deleted, and then we don't need this. So we need a 200 response and a delete successful. So that should also delete that book so we don't get all these duplicates like we've been having currently. So let's go to the functional tests now. And then what I want to do quickly is also delete all the books from the front end as well, because we have like way too many Necromonicons now. I don't think the Great Lord Cthulhu will appreciate that. So let's delete all the Necromonicons. Great, now we have no books. And let me double check the database quickly that we indeed have no books. And we have no books. Now let me have it do its thing. It's gonna run the tests. Okay, one fails. Books in array should contain... No, wait, it shouldn't contain anything. Do I still have that? What? Get API books. Why is it trying to still get? What's failing? Example, test, get API book. Books in array should contain comment count. Target cannot be... That's the test though. That's in the example. Why is that even running? Example. Can I just uncomment the example? Because we don't need it. I'm just gonna do that, because that's like messing up. Oops. There you go. Let's do that. There you go. Everything passed. Sweet! And we have an extra test that we added. I want to see if I can catch it fast enough on my database end to see if it actually adds it. There you go. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we pass all of them. Post, get, post, and finally delete. And then we don't have any extra clutter. There's no more Necromonicons. Great stuff. Alright guys, well, we passed all the tests. We finally completed this. I'm going to do one last run by running it through this tester to make sure we indeed do pass. Here we go. Passes. So far so good. There we go guys, we passed all the tests. We are done. So that means that we can pass this into here. Nice. Now we gotta move on to the next project. I'm gonna keep this one up. Close these tabs. And what are we trying to make? A stock price checker. So I'm going to try to start on this. At least get it set up. I don't know how far I'm going to get because I need to go in a bit, but we're still going to try to see how far we can get. So we have a NASDAQ stock price checker. Please tell me we're going to use an API. Set the content security policies to only allow loading of scripts and CSS from your server. I can get API stock prices with form data containing a NASDAQ stock ticker and receive back an object stock data. This should be simple enough. What would Apple be? APPL, I think it was? Goog? We're not getting prices back. Oh wait, there's Goog, right? No, that's the example return. Is this thing broken? Let's find out. API stock. Site didn't respond. Oh no. That's not good. Oh, that's bad. That's very bad. Because if theirs is not even working. Uh-oh. Wow, that's bad. Yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. That's not good at all. Oh dear. That's really not good. So we have no idea what it will look like. Well, at least they gave us the example return, so we kind of have to make it look like that. So let's at least build the project. Let's clone it from the repository. Let me make a new folder for it. it is going to be stock price checker. Cool, let's go ahead and download this. And let me extract the folder. Delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that, and that. There we go. And then I think we can close all of this. And then remove this from the library. And then we're going to add the folder that we just created, which is stock price checker. And then what we want to do, as per always, is get our package.json here. And basically copy it into here and let this be the stock price checker. I think we're gonna pretty much use everything that they had. Do they use anything extra? It's pretty much the same as everything else. Express, course, body parser, etc. So I'm gonna just stick with that. We're going to use our dev dependencies, and everything else is going to stay pretty much the same. Only thing that changed was the name. Yeah. And then we can open this in our terminal, and we can npm install that. And while that's busy running, let us clone the project in glitch. So copy the name of this. Actually, copy that. Copy the name of that. And where it says edit, we just have that there. And then we can remix that project. And then we're gonna name it based off of this. There we go. And it's going to be called DMN stock, what's it called? Stock price checker, did I say? Stock price checker. There you go. Cool. And then let us get a live version of ours up and running. There it is. I'm not going to need any of this, I believe. Well, actually the env, so just give me a second, let me get the env up and running. Cool. Now, this one's ours. We don't need theirs anymore. It doesn't work anyway. So first things first, let us fix server, because it's usually... Oh wait, we actually need to copy over our prettier and ESLint config. There we go, and then it should detect. Beautiful. Let's remove that. Anything else that shouldn't be here? Let us turn this into an arrow function. Same for this. Let's just make these all ES6 function calls. I think that's good. And then the very first thing that they ask us is to set the content security policies to only allow loading of scripts and CSS from your server. Let's look at the helmet docs quick. But content security policy for setting content, I think it's that. Content security policy. And it's for only allow loading of scripts and CSS from your server. So what is the default that it said? Default source self. Okay, so we just want default source self. So app.use, we also want to make sure we have helmet. And I don't think we've set up helmet yet, have we? So const helmet equal to require helmet. Then we want to, after express has been initialized, we want to app.use helmet.content security policy directives. We want default source to be self, and we also want to app.use helmet. I think that should be it, and then that should allow us to pass that test. And then let's make sure we pass that by checking the test first of all. Go to pricey tree hugger, pricey hugger, yeah, that's the one. And we want to check it based on the stock prices. So right now as it stands, wait, what? I didn't even change anything. That's weird. Oh, I did. I did? What? I'm so confused. I already had app.use helmet. Did I add that now? Or did it just come with it by... Oh, it came with it by default, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it came with it. So if I do app.use helmet.content, that should set the defaults, and then that's setting CSP, I believe. So let's update server, and then what I want to do is I want to remove the app.use part for helmet there, and I want to test it again, and we should fail. Okay, we fail. Good. And then if I test it again, we should pass. Oh, apparently I need a style source to also be self. Style source needs to be self as well, apparently. There you go. Okay, cool. I can get API stock price of one stock and return the object as defined in user stories. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is I can get API stock prices with form data containing a NASDAQ stock ticker and receive back an object stock data. Okay, but are we using an API? A good way to retrieve current prices following external API, replacing Google with your stock. So finance.google.com has an API. Oh, it does. Damn, I had no idea. Okay, let's see if it's still relevant. We're sorry, but your computer or network may be sending automated queries. I mean, yes, kinda. That's kinda what we are doing, huh? So that's probably why it didn't work. Thanks for saying sorry, Google. Appreciate it. That doesn't help me, so is that why I'm failing this? Oh, no, this is not good. Does this even pass? Yeah, this does. Huh, this doesn't pass this. Forbidden to not equal forbidden. They don't really give us much information, do they? Like, they don't say where do we get it from or anything. They're just saying use a Google API, but that doesn't work for us because we're blocked now. What are likes? What are likes? Is it Facebook likes? How many likes a stock has? No, that's a joke. That was a terrible joke. Don't mind me. Stock API. Stack Overflow. What API can we use? Because that's not working for us. Try Alpha Vantage. For beginners, you can try get a JSON output from queries such as... Don't try Yahoo Finance API. It's deprecated or unavailable now. I just don't want to sign up, or, you know, I just want something I can use without having to sign up right now. Something tells me they're going to provide it for an API key, aren't they? To pay. Ah! Don't try Yahoo Finance API. It's deprecated. Is it? I mean, it looks to be fine. Okay, never mind. I take that back. Let's see what this does. Okay, never mind. They said there's a web service. Will that work? Apparently not. So they have deprecated it, huh? Okay, let's see what other people did for the API. Stock price checker, free code, camp, API. Someone must have like used an API. I'm not sure if the project should be done because of Google restrictions. Yeah, that's the exact same issue that we had. This challenge is broken currently. The example doesn't work at all. Partly the issue is that Google no longer supports the API. There's apparently a due to sudden API change by Yahoo Finance. Oh no. Why does everything break? IX Trading. It's free, it's open, it's very simple. Okay. So you just do stock and then the stock name and then the price. That looks simple enough. So is it Google, the stock name? Goog? Was it Goog? Google? I think it was Goog. Forbidden. Why am I forbidden? Goog. Oh. Okay. With the L in it. So, Google. Like that. Why is it forbidden? Do I need an API key? So it's free, but I wonder if I need... It just says forbidden. I think Microsoft is... Wait, what did that say? Not found. I think it's MSFT, right? Microsoft, MSFT. Why is it forbidden? IX trading... Forbidden API. Why am I getting forbidden? First phase sunset. Please use IX Cloud to continue receiving data. Oh my god, has everything changed now? And you have to pay for it, no doubt, right? So it's basically get everyone on board. Wow. That's amazing. Let's check if they at least offer free. Yeah, there you go. Start. 500,000 messages per month. Non-commercial use only. I mean, that sounds about right. Create your account. Individual. Huh. Let me sign up for this. Sell my soul away, apparently. The amount of effort that I have to go through just to get this project working. When no one else would have had to go through this. If Google didn't decide they're gonna pull support. Okay, create account. Cool, I'm logged in. What now? I'm starting for free. Are you kidding me? So I'm probably gonna need an API or something, aren't I? I need to just activate my account before they give me an API key. Cool. I verified. Great. Now we can get an API token. Arbaya, hey, no worries. Welcome. We've moved on to another project since. We're quite in the deep end now. because we essentially have to use a third party, which I already have now, and their API to make a call just so that we can get data. So I want to see if I can get that working, because apparently I need to pass a token in. So there's version 1. Let's see, I want to just get... Okay, so apparently you just do cloud.ixapis.com stable stock, and then just add your token. Okay, so that's where it goes. So we're gonna need a stock API token real quick. So I assume the token is the secret key that they're talking to. The secret or the publishable? I think it's the publishable, not the secret. So let me actually see by doing this. It should say forbidden. Yeah. And then let's see if I do this. It should be my public key. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Okay, so now that I know what it is, I need to go to my env and create a API token equal to, there it is. Cool. And what we're essentially going to do is do a very simple test where we're going to have a, in our roots, in our API, so when we try to get, it's going to be based on this URL. We're going to do a request. How do we... We need to fetch the data. But how do we fetch the data? I guess we could just literally use fetch. Fetch exists internally, right? Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. Let's do something like get stock price, and then whatever the stock is, then we could do something like return fetch. That's apparently what it is, and then the token is going to be node dot, I think it's, no, it's process.env dot API token. So stable stock, that needs to be stock. You pass the stock in, and then quote token, there you go. And then we will do a, when you do a get, so we need a query, don't we? So then wouldn't the routing be similar to what we had here? Let me just check this API, but wouldn't it essentially be the same? Under root? Wouldn't we have stock here? This would be stock, right? And then const stock from request.params and then log the stock would be stock. So let's try that out under the roots. I don't know why we have use strict. Let's get rid of that. Cool. So now if we try to do, what was the URL? API stock prices. API stock hyphen prices. There should be nothing here. Will be not found, which is good. But if we enter anything afterwards, like MSFT, it should say the stock MSFT. Great. Then what I want to do is call if stock, we want to call get stock price, passing in the stock. It's going to be in text from what I remember from fetch, so we have to actually do a then. So then the response is going to be in the text. So return response.text. That should be it. And then we need fetch as well. Well, it's just node fetch, yeah. npm install node fetch, and then there you go. So then we can fetch, and then that will be the return. Test equal to, wait. The stock response test. Okay, cool. Let's try that now as a first run method. Cannot find module. Oh, right. I forgot about the npm package. There you go. Okay, is that it? We're good? We're good to go? Yes, no? Are we up and running? The stock response promise pending. It's returning a promise. need to await. There we go, let's try that now. Oh, there you go. The stock response. So now we have everything, look at that. Microsoft Corp. So what did we need? Is there likes in here? There's a lot of data. Can we respond with res.json? I think we can. Res.status 200 dot JSON the test. Put this in the wrong place. Needs to be in here. Res.status 200 dot JSON test. And now when we try to access it, we should get a JSON format. There you go. Except it's not in JSON format, is it? This is... wait. It's not in JSON format. Let me see if there's options to get a JSON. You know what's funny? No, it should be. Then oh. Hold on. Why are we using the then if we can just have it directly send us? We don't need text. Because then we can start res.json. Oh, because we're waiting for the response. There you go. That's much better to look at, isn't it? Symbol, company name, primary exchange. Okay. So I guess that's the price. I don't see anything about likes though. I don't even understand what likes is. But there's some data here, which is good enough. Cool, so I think that's a good first start. Getting it to actually send data, and we got the API set up, which is good. What is the requirements? I can get with form data containing a NASDAQ stock ticker and receive back an object, stock data, which we do. Cool. In stock data, I can see the stock string, the ticker, price, decimal and string, and likes. What the hell is likes? Stock, likes. What are likes? Am I just dumb? What are likes in stocks? Yeah, I would have heard of this, I'm sure. What the hell are likes? Wait, don't tell me likes are the stuff that you... Oh my god. I can also pass along field like as true to have my like added to the stocks. Okay, so whoever wrote this is just wow. So essentially you're just favoriting the stock, if I'm not mistaken. But then why is it an integer? Shouldn't it be a boolean? So why is it returned in an integer format? Because that's how they want it? If I pass along two stocks, the return object will be an array with both stocks info, but instead of likes, it will display rel likes, the difference between the likes on both. What? A good way to receive current price. Okay, we've already got that. Yeah, it doesn't seem that hard, but geez. Relative likes? -1? Why is there a minus? So you set like to true for Microsoft, that's why it's a 1. But why is it -1 for Google? Wait, no, it's -1 for Microsoft. I'm so confused. Why did they need the likes here? That like makes no sense whatsoever. You can like both of them? Okay, I'm just gonna pretend I understand. So we want to see the stock string, the ticker. Do we have that? Best ways to pretend. So the stock string, I'm gonna assume it is is it the symbol? Because theirs is Goog, that looks like the symbol, the stock. So we want to take symbol, and what else do they want? The price, decimal in string format. Latest price, I assume, will be the price. So we want symbol and latest price and likes. Fuck their likes, like Jesus. Okay, so they said it needs to be called stock data. Okay. Response equal to await get stock price stock. Okay. Then what we want to do is stock data equal to what are the two things? A string, the ticker. Oh, so stock and price, decimal in string format. So stock is response dot symbol, and price is, I think it's called price they want? Yes, price is called here, latest price. So response dot latest price. And they want it to be as a string, so I guess to string it. So that should be stock data, and then let's respond with stock data. There you go. Const stock data. There you go. Okay, so let's see how that goes. If all goes well, we should just have two things so far. So API stock Microsoft. There you go. Stock Microsoft price. Beautiful. That was surprisingly much more simpler than I thought. Let's try Google. Google. There you go. Beautiful. Nice. That works. They didn't say how many decimals. Wait, there was an error here. Test is not defined. Oh, was this for... Wait. Where? Oh, okay. The stock response. Yeah, we're not using test anymore. Okay, beautiful. I wonder what happens if we add something that doesn't exist. Something like that. What is the response? The response is invalid JSON response body, unexpected token in JSON. We need to catch that error. The error? Error. Okay, let's try to figure out what that error is, so that I know how to better handle it in the future. Okay, there you go. The error is invalid JSON response at body, unexpected token. Okay, cool. Message invalid, So if there's an error, so where do we handle the rejection? So if there's an error, just catch it and respond. Okay, hold on. This is missed. Then response.json return, right? Dot catch error. The error. Okay, there. Better. Perfect. Okay, so if there's an error, I want to return. Is there an option for if the stock price doesn't exist? Stock could not be found. Can I just do this? Not in stock. There we go. Not in stock, that's brilliant. Okay, now it should respond. Cannot read property to string of undefined. Okay, so we need to handle something else as well. So await get stock price. Let's see what response is. Log the response. Response. That should say the error message that we gave it, which is stock could not be found. Or if we don't catch that, we do a try. So try. Okay. Try that. And there's the stock data. And all goes well. And you're so happy. And then you have a catch. Error. Oops. Error. And then we just go. The error is the error. And then instead of catching, you just throw this shit. And you tell it, hey, I'm done with you. Now we don't catch the errors, now we just try, and if there's an error, it will be caught there. Even better, because then we can respond directly with the stock could not be found, right? There you go, great stuff. And then we do res.status 400.send. The stock could not be found. There you go, because then the server can also respond directly and we don't have to like jump through loops and stuff. So now when you try this again, the stock could not be found. There we go. And everything gets handled perfectly. Isn't that great? What are you complaining about? Unexpected token. Why is it an unexpected token? Just expect it. No one expects the unexpected. Nor the Spanish Inquisition. So now we can enter anything there. And it won't exist. Let's see. Is there Steam? If I enter Steam, Steam doesn't exist. STM, is that a stock? It is apparently. I don't know what STM is, but it is a stock. STM stock. What is STM? STM Microelectronics. Okay. From Geneva, Switzerland. God damn, they make a lot of money. But they want to send some our way. Cool. So, that's the basics right there. Enter something that's invalid. The stock could not be found. Enter something valid. You get... I love MSFT. You get the stock and you get the price. And apparently something about likes. Like, I don't know if I want to do that. I'm assuming it means favorite. Unless I'm just dumb. But what is like? Get single price and total likes. Is it like the likes on Facebook? How many people like Google? I don't get what that means. And total likes. What are likes? They don't explain it. What are likes? I'm so confused by that. Like, maybe we should just skip it? What does the tester think? I can get API stock prices with one stock and be returned the object as defined in user stories. Error not found. What do you mean not found? What are you trying? Network? Try? You get a 200 response back. I don't know what your problem is. Oh, you get a 404 not found. Wait for stock prices. Stock equal to Goog. Oh, it's a query. That's why. How do I handle the query again? Because it's not a parameter. I think it's people can like various stocks. So you're basically saying you like it, and then it's either true or false. Do you understand why that makes no sense? Like, wow. Stock prices. So let's say it's stock prices, right? And then stock from request.query, right? Wait, I don't think that's gonna work. Log query. I want to know what the query is. I think it's in there. I might have to change a few things around now. Let's do that, and then let's test the backend. Okay, query. There you go. Stock. There's stock. Oh, and the stock is Goog. Okay, cool. So we do destructure from the query. Beautiful. So stock from request.query. The stock is the stock. Okay, but now what was the issue that it had? The issue that it had was expected forbidden. Wait, no, did I pass? Oh, I actually passed it. Oh, that's not me. God damn it. It's like, what? Okay, so the issue here is expected undefined to not equal undefined. What do you mean undefined? There's your response. You got Google and you got the price. Expected undefined. Where are you seeing undefined? There's your JSON response. Expected undefined. Huh. AMD? You want me to check AMD? Sure. AMD, let's go. Wait, what is the... I'm supposed to go to... like that. Okay, so API stock prices stock equal to AMD. There you go. 30.535, I assume USD, AMD stock. And that's pretty accurate, huh? Yeah, it's in USD. Okay. I think I'm going to end things off here for now. We've made some good progress. I'm feeling confident. We have 2 more days after tonight for me to complete the stock tracker, which seems to be working fine. I got the API working. I don't think there's much more to it. I just don't know if I can figure out what the hell the likes are. I assume it's just the Boolean true or false like they say it is, but I don't understand the relevance. And what I don't understand is the relative likes. If you like both, because the response value is relative likes is -1 and relative likes is 1. But how can you have -1? That's not a Boolean. It's either 0 or 1, true or false. Why the hell would it be a Boolean, and why the hell would it be an integer? Why not just, have it as a Boolean? That makes no sense. So if I can figure that out, I think we'll be fine. But we got the hard work done, the heavy lifting. We can get the stock and we can get the price. And that was, yeah, pretty much done. So all we have to do tomorrow is finish the stock price checker. Then we have like the rest of the day to finish, well, get started on the anonymous message board. And then the final day is to complete and polish off the anonymous message board. I'm feeling pretty confident. That means on day 200, we would have completed the entire free code camp curriculum and snagged 2 certificates, the information security and quality assurance one, as well as the full stacks, because yeah, we would have basically done everything at that point. And RB, are you saying relative likes is the difference in number of likes between 2 stocks? So Google 5 likes, Microsoft 3 likes, difference would be 2, right? Right, but then where would the likes be? Is it every time you get a price, you're liking it? So I guess that's where the API, the database call would happen. So you search the price, then you like it. So it increments +1 to the like of that stock. So I'm not going to store the price in the database. I'm just going to store the amount of likes for that stock. That is so arbitrary. And the worst thing is you can't even check it on theirs because it doesn't work anymore. But yeah, that's good. I'm gonna add a to-do here. To-do, increment likes if like button checked for the stock being checked. Oh, that makes no sense. Relative equal to stock 1 minus stock 2 likes as variance. I'll figure it out tomorrow. That's helpful. Thank you, Arbaya. Did I say that right? So okay, so why, if both were 0 and you liked Google, which is 1, oh, that's why it's -1, because 0 minus 1 is -1. Yeah, so that's essentially what they're doing. So because you liked Google, but this example return makes no sense. Because there's the stock data for Google, sure. Okay, then you like Google, so Microsoft relative like, but where are they even comparing Microsoft here? It's just Google. So Microsoft relative likes -1. There's Google and Microsoft. I'll figure it out tomorrow, I'm sure. The hard bit is done. This is just the rest of it, and then hopefully I can figure out how to pass this test, because it's getting a response, but somehow it's seeing undefined. I don't know how it's seeing undefined, but I'll have to just figure that out tomorrow. Maybe it doesn't like the JSON response. It will only count 1 like per IP. I'll have to figure that out as well. Cool. But yeah, let's continue this tomorrow. I'm excited. I see now how it's passing in the likes. So yeah, that's good. Wow, that's a lot. So yeah, just as a recap, we managed to finish the personal library project and pass it tonight. We started on the stock price checker. I managed to get the API up and running to do the comparison and to get the values of the stock price from the IEX website. So they have a free trial which gives you up to 50,000 or 500,000. Can't remember which one it was. It is 500,000. So that's pretty decent for this kind of small project. So that's really cool of them. It was really easy to set up, just adding a token to the call. So literally just call the cloud, pass in the stock, and then pass your token in. So yeah, I'll continue this tomorrow. Until then, bye for now.